Hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happy Saturday to you, one and all. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Hello, Susie Q, Marianne Morris, Sherry Ware. Hello. Let's see who else is here. Colleen is here. Lydia Washington, and let's see. Marianne Morris is here. Welcome. Teresa Weissman. Hi. Diane Baker. Hello. V. Thomas. Charlotte B. Bonjour, I'm sorry, bonsoir, Mademoiselle Charlotte. Oui, muy bien de nada. And let's see, Elaine Parker is here. Welcome. Hi, Janet Lavallee. Connie Balmer. Welcome, Connie Balmer. And Kidsendor. Wow, that's unique. I like that. Thank you. Let me see. Helene Chern and Josephine Young. Hi, welcome. Diane Hawkins, Julia Rock. Fancy, fancy. All right. Oh, anyway, let's get started, shall we? Oh, you know what? It always works out better if I got my slides up. Okay, let me work on that. And let's see. Just as I was about to start, I realized I didn't actually post a notice for today. So thank you, those of you, actually everybody, for coming in last minute. I didn't realize that I hadn't posted anything to do this show at 12 o'clock. So, yeah, it's almost like it wasn't going to happen, right? But it's all good. We're here now. So let me get the other one up here and we can rock and roll. Okay. Hey, Mo Shannon. Raven, hi. Welcome. Joan Commonwealther. All right. Get on in here, everybody. So, let's see. Okay, I got that all prepped and ready to go. Great, great, great. Hmm. Miss P Talks. Hello, Miss P Talks. I forgot to put a notice for yesterday. And while I'm on the subject, let me see. I want to thank some people that helped to make all of this possible. Let me put that up there for the time being. There we go. I'll put that up there for the time being while I look for something else I would like to share. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it, got it, got it. Happy Saturday, one and all. Thank you for being here, everyone. You could have been any place in the world and you decided to join us on Royal Sussex. You'll be sorry. uh, hmm. Okay. Gosh, I hope this is up to date. I don't think it is up to date. There's a name missing. Oh, anyway, actually, I think there's two names missing, but here goes. Sorry about that, cookies and cream. I am so sorry. Yours is the name that's missing. You and is it Anna Espinosa? Is she one of the moderators? Anyway, sorry, cookies and cream. This is the old one. I need to update this. That's what I need to do. I need to update this. But anyway, thank you, Mod Squad and Cookies and Cream and Anna Espinosa. Thank you all for helping to keep the Royal Sussex a safe space. Church Nelly, Rising Phoenix, Anastasia Isabella, Sherry Ware. Mo Shannon, you're not on here either. Okay, let me take this away. I need to work on this. But anyway, I went through all that trouble to find it and it's not even up to date. Okay, so that needs some work. Don't worry, I can fix it. But I got an alternative. I got an alternative. Don't fret none. I do have an alternative for that. Let me do this, and I will get the alternative up there. Don't you fret none. Okay, let me try that again. All right. Okay, this is better. This is more ambiguous. There you go. Thank you, Mod Squad. Don't forget to thank the Mod Squad, one and all, because they are the ones who help keep this a safe space. Okay. All right. So, because of the late notice, there's not so many people here, but we're going to get started anyway. So, check this out. Here's one of Prince Harry's best buds, best mates, best friends, David Weissman, director of grants and programs at the Invictus Games Foundation. He himself is a veteran, and if you notice, um, if you go to his I guess Twitter or any of his social media pages, you'll notice that he has that one particular photo where he has his shirt open, displaying where he was shot because he served in military service. He was shot before, so he too is a wounded warrior, and so perfect for the Invictus Games. And if you notice it, Harry, I believe, is 6'2". Well, Mr. Weissman is, gosh, he's got to be at least 6'7", 6'8", something like that. He even towers over Harry. So this guy is very fit and active, runs every day. Well, it gets better. It gets better. Well, check this out. Aha! In advance of Nigeria joining the Invictus community of nations, I was expertly hosted in, is it Abuja? Yeah, Abuja by Derek Kobina, and had the honor of meeting many members of the armed forces community attending the annual Remembrance Parade in supporting a Nigeria Legion event. Welcome. So, yeah, he is or has been to Nigeria recently. And this was posted. Oh, by the way, take a look up there. You can see his x ray. Look at how the bullet is within inches of his heart. So, um, whew, that was a close one. And just think about this. This guy, in spite of the fact he was nearly killed by that bullet. He was able to recover enough that he runs every day. So, yeah, he is like a real life action figure. And there he is visiting down in Nigeria. You can see the Nigerian flag over there. And there he is being honored, or I guess attended to, by his host and other dignitaries, I suppose. And there again, you can see how he towers over everybody. But yeah, super nice guy. And you may have seen him at the Invictus Games. I shared some photos of him before. Okay, so I see the messages are coming fast and furious here. Starting with Sean. Sean has a super chat. He says, how the hell Australia is in a drought and she bought some dry banana bread and she's along with Will to lost half the Commonwealth. Now Australia, the Queen can't be happy. Um, they're not in Australia, are they? They're not in Australia, and it was the Duchess of Sussex who gave them banana bread. Meghan baked fresh banana bread for the family she visited down there, and yes, it's true. You know what? It has been a while, hasn't it? But let me check out your other super chat, and uh, and then I can respond to that properly. Let me see. Let's see. Sean also says, I'm starting to notice a lot of Harry's friends can sleep rough with. Sean, are you okay? Or do we need to do we need to talk about something? Um, okay, okay, it's a bit early, but all right. However, it has been a while. It has been a while, and rightly so that you have brought it up. And you know what? Just because of the rather stressful week that we've had, why don't we? Huh? Why don't we? Okay, so let me do this first, just so I can make sure that I have this in the queue, because this is going to be very, very important later on. And then we will get to we will get to that for sure. So yeah, let me do this. And oh, okay. All right, all right, all right. I got it. I got it. Give me just 1 second, Sean, and I will tend to that, because you know what? Your timing is impeccable. And that is exactly what we need right now. So 'cause it has been a tough, tough week. As Sean mentioned, half the Commonwealth. No microphone. There we go. I forgot about the sound. Okay, thank you once again, Sean. It's been a rough week. Thank you so much for the super chat. So starting off with something upbeat is the most appropriate thing. Your timing is so impressive. And happy Saturday to you, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, you guys, thank you to Sean, and let's move on. Okay, so, oh, you know what? You know what? We got to get ourselves back on track. Hold on, we're changing gears here. Okay, so Queen will welcome Harry, Meghan, and their children with open arms this week when they arrive for her Platinum Jubilee celebration, but has told her family to come together like the country with no drama overshadowing the event, source reveals. Well, okay, so it's said that the Queen wants everyone to come together, full stop, no hostilities whatsoever. For the sake of the Jubbly, everyone needs to come together. So I'm sure that the Sussexes, as Harry said, they're planning to keep a low profile. They do not want to be the center of attention. And of course, we trust Harry. We don't trust the rest of them, but we trust Harry. We trust the Duchess of Sussex. And when they say they want to keep a low profile, that's just the fact. And so To imply anything else is just simply more of that tabloid noise coming out of every orifice. Lots of noise. The Sussexes are planning to keep a low profile. They will take part in some official functions. Like, for instance, if there is, I think there is a ceremony at Westminster Abbey, they will be available for that. Hopefully, they will leave the kids at home, and they won't place them near the Duke of York. That would be a non-starter as far as I'm concerned. I don't have any say in the matter, but there is speculation that they may try to uh, pair the, or should I say, include the Sussexes in the same pews with Andrew, and we don't want that. So, in the immortal words of Sweet Brown,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
ain't nobody got time for that. You know what? It would sound more interesting with the English accent. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, that's a bad English accent. That is pretty bad. Okay, so, well, I see you guys got a lot on your minds. Let me take a look here. Mercedes Star says, Baron, I am so upset right now. I turned my phone on to get your podcast, and the first thing that popped up on my phone was a story that Prince Harry's daughter. Oh, really? Really? Where did that come from? Oh my God! I hope you reported that. Please tell me you reported that. When something like that happens, no matter how angry you are, you have to report those things. You have to report those things. Do a screenshot and then report it. Make sure you screenshot it, because once you report it, it disappears. And so make sure you do a screenshot, because we need to keep our receipts. We have to keep our receipts. And I found that out when you report stuff, then if you want to go back and look at it, it's no longer there. Okay, Josephine Young says British royal family needs proof they are not the bad guys. They want to rewrite history. No pics, please. Dear God. Okay, and let's see what else do we have here. But yes, screenshot and then report it. Screenshot first, report. Screenshot, report. Make sure you keep a receipt. Harry and Meghan should leave their kids out of the show. Don't let the tabloids and paps have any pics to splash all over the internet. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want that for them. And they say that Lily Diana may have a christening. The royal christenings are always private. They're always private. It's a very sacred ceremony. I don't know that there's any video of any of them having their christening. So you don't have to worry about that being made a part of the public spectacle, because it is not. It is going to be quite private, I can assure you. And just like with Archie, we are not likely to know who the godparents are. And obviously, the Cambridges do not know, because it hasn't been splashed all over the media. Um, so chances are it is so sacred that is, you know, it's only, I couldn't even tell you how they managed to keep that under wraps. But as we all know, when it comes to the Cambridges, the calls are coming from inside the house, as he says in that very, well, let me do it for you. Dan Wooten launches a tirade against the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, here he goes in that very creepy voice. It's much easier for them to blame anything uncomfortable on the R word rather than address the fact that the negativity toward them is coming from inside the royal family, from inside the house. I hate his voice. I hate it. That voice, it makes my it's much easier. So creepy. I mean, he's trying to like suppress that New Zealand accent. Nothing wrong with being from New Zealand, but he's trying to fit into the very posh world that he's inhabiting in the UK. So that's why he's like over or enunciating his words. Address the fact that the negativity toward them is coming from within the royal family. I hate that voice. I hate it. Oh, you ain't heard nothing. You ain't heard nothing. Let's see who said that. Okay, there you go. Leslie Ann Hector. One night I was listening to my own playback and I heard that voice coming through my computer and I got a chill like you wouldn't believe. I didn't know where it came from or how it happened. I scared myself because I didn't recognize my own voice. So, um all you have to do is be as creepy and as bizarre oh, let me get that face off the screen before I toss my PC out the window. It's much easier to blame anything uncomfortable. Oh God. Okay, where is he? How do I get rid of him? There you go. All right, so let's dissect this. Queen will welcome Harry and Meghan and their children with open arms. Well, of course she will. Um, but remember, you guys, royal dismay at Andrew's role in Philip's service. Andrew was not supposed to walk the Queen to her seat, right? Well, he didn't really walk her to her seat, just like a loser. He only got her to the end of the aisle, and then he let that 96-year-old woman's hand go. And, you know, uh, if you're going to walk her to her seat, walk her to her seat, dummy. He wasn't even supposed to come up the aisle with her, but he did because that was his way of creeping back into the public eye. And so it's said that, I think that's Beatrice, they said that she was crying because she was so emotional at seeing her father. I think she was laughing. I think she just lost the bet. I think she just lost the bet. They say crying, I say laughing. I think that it was planned in advance, and he managed to weasel his little chubby, sweaty palms onto the floor and walk his mother in front of the cameras. And there was actually a rule that there were not supposed to be any cameras on the floor in that section right there. But there was one pool photographer who decided that this was a matter. I mean, yeah, believe it or not, a photographer actually grew a backbone and decided to snap these photos. And there was an attempt, I believe, to block him from snapping those photos, but somehow he managed to get himself positioned between people. So the whole point of this is everything is subject to change. No matter what they say, all of this is subject to change. So for now, I think I'm going to agree with everybody else that I don't want the Sussexes on the balcony with the rest of that riffraff family. But again, it is subject to change. It's not our say. Um, Nobody's asked me my opinion. If they did, I would say,
Got time for that?
but since they didn't, is really up to Harry and our Duchess to decide whether or not the family will participate in something like that. Harry said low profile, so I don't think it's going to happen. I hear that Dan Wooten has fallen in love with Scammy, her ex-con partner. All of this is alleged, of course. Has said he will knock Wooten's block off if only somebody would stuff Wooten's mouth with rotten cod's heads. Um, I don't think that Samantha is equipped to to please Dan Wooten in the way that he would prefer. Okay, I don't think she has the right equipment. Um, you know, yeah, she just doesn't. She will not bring him the type of happiness that he's looking for. But that is an interesting thought. I think B had just seen her bank statement and evidence of side hustle works by both Andrew and Sarah Tosuck Ferguson. Diane Hawkins, I love that. Yeah, so obviously she got that alert on her phone that the check is cleared or something. So yeah, that's probably why she's laughing. I knew you all were in the mood for some shady. We have been a bit taken back by the events of the week, but I think it's time to just kind of try to put things back in perspective because pretty soon the Jubbly will be here and we're going to have our work cut out for us, aren't we? I mean, we're all going to be watching with great vigilance this entire, uh, I guess, clown show take place. And unfortunately, the Sussexes are going to be stuck in the middle of it. So, hey, Church Nelly, I see you woke up on the wrong side of the Ralph Lauren polo model. You have woken up on the wrong side of the Ralph Polo model. Happy Saturday to you, Church Nelly. Oh, and yes, excuse me. I do realize that I have to fix the other thing, so I'll use my other mod squad thing when I fix it properly. Right now, it's inaccurate, so I did see someone mention that earlier. Okay, so let me see. Hi, Elaine Parker. So, oh, where are we changing gears? I think we are. I think we're changing gears. Piers Morgan quits Good Morning Britain. Cheers. Well, um, that's one of my favorite photos. The Independent says Piers Morgan to take 6 weeks break from struggling TV talk show. Piers Morgan has thrown everything in the kitchen sink to try to get some type of attention going for that pathetic show of his. When he bravely ran out of that studio that day, setting a land speed record for a mammal. He set a land speed record for a mammal or just about anything else with a pulse on 2 feet when he ran out of that studio that day. Um, Papers flying up around him, and he got those little fat fists stuck out, punching the air. That's right, Mo Shannon, that hog head Pierce Morgan. You know, if you've ever seen a wild boar, if a wild boar is chasing you, you know you can't outrun it. Well, the same thing with Pierce Morgan. When Pierce Morgan is fed up and he's just not going to take it anymore, you cannot outrun him. I mean, look at the blur of the scenery behind him as he managed to set a new land speed record for an overstuffed mammal making its way out of his confinement. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It was quite impressive. That's probably the fastest move he's ever made. The thing is, he wasn't fired, he quit. For some reason, he thought, just to be dramatic, I will quit this job and then I'm going to wait for them to beg me to come back. Okay, let's say we're wrong about that. Let's say he had something else set up, which is what they said at the time, is that Pierce Morgan was supposed to have a better offer from the Murdoch people. The only problem is that offer to be on his own talk show on his own terms, it was all predicated on this predator like criticism of the Duchess of Sussex. Well, he overplayed his hand. He ran out of the studio, setting a land speed record for any mammal on 2 feet. And unfortunately, they did not call him back. And the show that he was, I guess, lining up, if that's the way it happened, has been a complete flop. I mean, 10,000 views. I get 10,000 views. There are many squatties that get 10,000 views. Hate channels, of course, get like 5 and 6 times more views than Piers Morgan, those Sussex hate channels. So the whole point is it's a flop. It's a flop. And so he's going to take some time off. Now, let's think about this. Given the timing of the start of his show, it obviously was created to coincide with the Jubbly. What better time to start a new talk show than at the time of the Queen's Jubilee? Well, even that can't save Piers Morgan. The constant criticism and ridicule and such of the Duchess of Sussex ain't saving him. His personality ain't saving him. Um, I think he has a future in the Olympics. If there was ever an Olympic category for exiting a studio, I think he would place in the top five, or what is it, the top three? He would get gold. I think he could get gold for this exit of a studio strategy. But oh, okay, so that's enough of Piers Morgan. Take a look here. Take a look here. Um, this popped up on social media. This popped up on the Twitter. Apparently, there is a picnic taking place. Because nobody's face is showing, um, supposedly there's a barefoot picnic taking place someplace, taking place someplace. But that popped up on the Twitter. But again, nobody's face is showing, so um, I don't mind sharing that. But don't know when or where that happened. That's just something that's out there. Okay. Right. Let me go over here. Oh, by the way, let me do this. British right wing, British right, British right wing press R word smears campaign against the Duchess, Meghan Markle, and Prince Harry is extensive, uh, coordinated, and intricate. Exhibit 589. Wow, Glow has 589 exhibits. Oh, by the way, you guys, oh no, oh no, a failed delivery attempt. Package some reason courier usually leaves notice to try again. Let me take a look, you guys. Hold on. Okay, that didn't work out. As per usual, I'm waiting for a package and it did not make it through. So, okay, let's move on then. So you can see right here, Piers Morgan guest claims she couldn't challenge his childish Meghan Markle obsession. Comedian activist Kate Smurthwaite, I never heard of her before, has claimed that she was told not to speak about Piers Morgan's obsession with Meghan Markle when appearing on his talk TV show. And so, if I can move over here to the other side, let's see. A comedian activist has claimed she was censored before appearing on talk TV show Piers Morgan's Uncensored and wasn't allowed to challenge his obsession about Meghan Markle. Kate Smurthwaite, 46, has claimed that to the Mirror how producers warned her certain things were off the agenda when she appeared on the former Good Morning Britain host No Holds Barred talk show. No Holds Barred talk show. Huh. Not really, huh? Kate has been invited to appear on the show as Piers Morgan, going to share more thoughts on Meghan Markle. The political comedian has claimed that on the morning of the show that producers had asked her not to repeat thoughts she had aired about Piers Morgan previously, especially that she believes he has a nasty attitude and a childish obsession with Meghan. What say you, everyone? Let me see. Speaking to the Mirror about the show, producer Kate said we're looking forward to having me on. And only thing was they asked me not to mention a couple of things I had said in our earlier conversation. Kate said that this was about how she felt Pierce spent too much time commenting on every move of Meghan. She continued to claim they didn't want me to criticizing or seeking to explain his vindictive obsession with her. Kate added, this makes Piers Morgan's interest in free speech appear purely hypocritical, in my view, if, as he has subsequently claimed on Twitter, there was no effort to censor me, his producers would not have warned me beforehand to not get too personal with Piers Morgan when discussing the topic of Meghan. Well, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Let's see. Will Harry and Meghan hijack the Jubilee? Oh, that was another subject altogether. But let's go back to this first one, shall we? Okay. The whole British media has a sick obsession with destroying Meghan. True, true. Let me see. Good afternoon, everybody. Baron, Church, Nelly, Lydia, Anna, Fancy, Elaine, Cookies and Cream. Hello, Jelaine. Oh, Sherry Fatima, yes, is here as well. Hello, Jelaine. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I can't believe anyone would want to watch Hoghead's Raggedy Something show, says Mo Shannon. How about that? Let me see. Hello, Jelaine. Glad to see you on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, that wasn't for me. Okay, any thoughts about this person? Anybody? Okay, okay. Yes, living the best. And like I said, they're not hiding as hermits. They're living their life in full view of the world. As if anything is evident as of late, they are just living their lives. They're just living their lives. They are not hiding from anyone. Okay, so let me take that away. All right. Now, will Harry and Meghan hijack the Jubilee? That was what Piers Morgan was trying to say to um, Kate. Yeah, Kate Smurthwaite. Anyway, that was the question that he had. And of course, some people see Piers. I see a hog head. All right, but let's change gears. Wow, we're moving at a fast clip here today. What am I doing? This is what I'm trying to do. Okay, sorry about that. That was what I was trying to do. I'm sorry, I'm a bit distracted by my package. I got too much going on here. Does that sound weird? I was too distracted by my package. Uh my package delivery. I was distracted by my package delivery. That's what I was trying to say. Um Bit of a double entendre, right? Uh okay. Okay. All right, there we go. Let me see. Sorry we missed you. We'll try to deliver um on the 31st. Wow. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. All right. I guess it doesn't matter. They're gonna try again on the 31st. Gosh, I have to wait until Tuesday. Oh man. Oh well. Holidays, right? Holidays. Bah humbug. Okay, so gold standard. Happy hostage. There's Prince Harry, the happy hostage. As they say, Prince Harry looks like a hostage, right? Well, not so much. I mean, look at him. Look at him smiling and grinning from ear to ear, having fun in the sun. Get to hang out with his best bud, Nacho. Oops, I'm sorry, Church Nelly. Did I just say Nacho? Let's see. Let me try this out here. Okay. Yeah, he gets to hang out with his best bud, Nacho. Not a bad life at all, is it? Okay. Well, any comments for that one? I guess not. We're good. Let's see. Baron, please take that pig off the screen. I know. I know. Yeah, they said after 2 o'clock. It's only 1 o'clock here, but they said after 2 o'clock. How dare they? Uh, and to think I was planning for two. Oh well. All right, let me take a look here. Sorry about that. Mary Davis, and they always talking about Harry is unhappy. Let me see. He's being held hostage. Why don't they take a look at William's face? He is the one that looks like he's held her hostage and unhappy. Yeah, yeah. Uh, the Cambridges do not look happy together. And apparently, it is alleged that they have two different addresses, and that they're going to use the Windsor model of just, service and duty and all that kind of stuff. I was listening to I was listening to a podcast this week, and they were saying that it's true that the Philip and the Queen weren't living together for quite some time, and that it was really common knowledge, and it was just not being reported. So, um, all I can say is, Penny Natch Bull, and I don't care. Penny Natch Bull, and I don't care. Penny Natch Bull, and I don't care. Oh man. Thank you, Elaine Parker. Thank you for the super sticker. Happy Saturday to you, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Penny Natch Bull, and I don't care. Penny Natch Bull, and I don't care. I remember I thought her name was Penny Snatchball, but it's Snatch Bull, not Snatchball. Penny Snatchball? Yeah, it's Snatch Bull. I think it's Snatch Bull. That's what it is. And there you can see the Queen. Um, the Queen always watches the Sussexes. She keeps a close eye on the Sussexes. Whatever anybody thinks, she has a very warm spot for Harry and Meghan. You can see right there, she was watching them on a show that she never misses. It's not unusual for Her Majesty to watch the the NAACP Image Awards. She herself has said to have been a long supporter of Black Lives Matter. As you can see, she's a real righteous monarch. So it's not unusual that she would watch something like that. And we already know that Afro Annie is down with it. So, um, you know. Oh man. So but here we go with this one. Harry and Meghan, You are not welcome at the Queen's Jubilee. Now, I don't like this because obviously they're trying to stir up some anger and apathy toward the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And I don't like that. It's the same as saying, would you boo them if you see them? Either way, it is an opportunity to stir up hate and hostility. That is not a good thing. That is how do I put it? That has the potential of being a security threat. So I believe, especially if it's true, the Queen wants them to, get along and kumbaya for this whole Jubbly thing, then the palace needs to have a word with the tabloids, especially the Daily Fail. I didn't even read the article. I didn't really care what they had to say. I'm pretty sure it was more of the same of the hostility against the Sussexes as usual. So I didn't bother with it, but that's the headline there. Now, check this out. So there's this whole thing about the Duchess of Sussex going to Texas to lay flowers. Well, at the very least, I could say this much about the Duchess of Sussex. At least she didn't go to some place that the police had declared off limits. Look at all the privilege that Kate is using to walk around and mingle with the crowd. Everybody. Now, this is prior to the vaccine. This is prior to the vaccine. I don't believe there was a vaccine at this time. And yet she's walking freely without a mask to make sure that everyone could see her face. She wants everyone to know that she's there. This is for Sarah Everard rather, who was murdered. They said, alleged, or I don't know if it's gone to trial or anything, but it was said that she was murdered by a Met police officer. And so there was this huge outpouring of emotions to remember and memorialize Sarah. And so someone who is totally out of her mind with grief, our Duchess of Cambridge, who is just so overwhelmed that she had to go down there and look at it. I mean, doesn't she look overwhelmed? She's out of her mind with grief, so she goes down there to do something that she rarely does, and it's just the kind of move that could bring her lots of attention, especially since she's the only one in the crowd not wearing a mask. At the very least, you could say that the Duchess of Sussex made as big attempt as possible to anonymously visit Texas, not showing her face to the ladies in the kitchen. There were no cameras. I trust me when I say this. Kate brought her own cameras with her. Kate brought her own cameras with her. They didn't just happen to catch her down there. I think this was part of a much greater plan. And so she shows up, no mask, amongst a crowd. Look at that crowd. Do you see anyone aside from children that do not have a mask on their face? And really, the only child I see in this photo is wearing a mask. That was brazen of her to just show up and do that. The police arrested people that day because they were not supposed to be there. Imagine that a woman is killed by a Met police officer, allegedly, and the response to that is to use strong arm tactics to disperse the crowd.
In the course of her duties, she was working. Of course, in that...
Really, it was legal for her because you think she was there for work? that they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband.
So that video was created by one of the squatties, and they released it on Twitter. To enhance the dramatic effect, I added the background music, but I was given permission to use it, so I did. And I believe is it Pagan Trelawney? She done an amazing job with the video. I have to say that. Amazing job. And along with the music, it really, I think, hits home. And even without the music, I thought it was fantastic. So I inboxed her and she said, "Feel free to use it." And so I did. This is the second time I've shown it, but it really, really shows you the difference between someone who decides to buck the authorities, to snub the Metropolitan Police, and even though other people were being arrested, she managed to show up and cause quite a stir, whereas other people were told not to be there in the first place. And of course, just to make sure that she got the maximum amount of attention, there was no face mask. And trust me when I say this, I don't think that I'm a minority in this when I say I prefer that she wears a face mask. I think whenever possible, um, you know, put a mask on it. I would prefer that. So in all my shadiness, mask it, mask up. We've seen enough of it. Grinning and grinning and grinning. I'm surprised she wasn't grinning at the memorial. I'm so surprised because I have a whole collection of photos where she was grinning and grinning at the most inopportune, inappropriate time for someone who has styled herself as the ultimate Stepford wife. So um, there you have it. There you have it. There's a little shadiness, admittedly so, a little shadiness because I'm just sick of her. Do you hear me? Sick. I'm sick of her, and she gets a free pass. She gets so much privilege and a free pass for all things, including the fact that as she broke as she broke the rules to go and visit the memorial, they didn't even use her name in the report. They used the Duchess of Sussex's name. Imagine that. How convenient to have the ability to just throw the Duchess of Sussex name into a situation where she wasn't even there. She wasn't even there. So if anybody tells me that the Duchess of Sussex ain't black, I beg to differ. She's getting the classic treatment that we African Americans have experienced for 400 years in anybody's book. It is the classic treatment. Blame you for things that you weren't even a part of, hold suspicion against you just because you just shown up. Um, all of that. All of that. And of course, being infanticized by um, other people. That is another one of those things where somebody's licking their lips and looking at you like a pork chop smothered in gravy. All of that comes with the territory. Look past your spouse at someone else's for whatever reason. There's a story there. I don't know what it is, but there's a story there. So yeah, that really did happen. People were arrested that day when she shown up with no mask on, mingling with the crowd without a care in the world because nothing's going to happen to me. I'm rich. I'm privileged. I'm a princess of the realm. I'm above criticism. Yep, the Tory princess is above criticism. And it worked. It worked. All was forgiven. And of course, when it came down to it, she wasn't to blame. It was Meghan, right? Meghan was the one who shown up. Okay, let me see what you guys have to say. Is Facts and 2 Cents here? Did I just see facts and 2 cents? Yes, there you are. Piers Morgan has always failed up. Not sure why people keep hiring this guy. Well, I mean, he's expert at making things that has nothing to do with him all about him. And for that reason, being such a great provocateur, but he's a breakout character. Piers Morgan doesn't work well alone. I mean, somebody gives you the ultimate easy job. Just replace Larry King. That's it. And we will make sure that the rich and famous show up at your beck and call for what was Larry King's show. He wasn't successful with that. With the Larry King show, he was a complete failure. He fails at everything. Unless Piers Morgan has someone to play off of, everything he touches is going to fail, no matter what it is. And he talked all that stuff on his way out of the studio when he set a land speed record for a mammal on 2 feet as he as he set a land speed record for a mammal on 2 feet when he ran out that studio that day. So, okay, let's have a little contrast. Let's have a contrast to Kate's rule breaking, maskless appearance before the age of the vaccines. There were no vaccines. Remember that? And let's not forget, Kate had been exposed to William, who we all know had the big C, and then of course the Queen and Charles and his emotional support, Camilla. So she's been around all kind of people. Now they've never said whether or not the Duchess of Cambridge has been positive or exposed or ill or anything like that. They just won't say. We're not allowed to even discuss it, I suppose. But let's look at the contrast between the fake mourning that Kate did that day, where she shows up and pretends like she actually cares about somebody. And I suppose that I would imagine she was able to count that as a royal engagement, right? I suppose she got a chance to count it. Very different from Kate. Very different from Kate's show of mourning, if you will. Very, very different. Um, contrasting the two. Contrasting the two. Sorry about that. But Kate broke the rules. Kate didn't wear a mask at a time before the vaccine, and then the real slap in the face is the fact that they would use the Duchess of Sussex's name in place of the rule breaker, in place of the privileged one who by no means was going to be arrested that day. And people were quite angry about it. They were very, very angry. So anyway, let me I'll talk about this soon, but let me look at some of your comments. All right, let's see here. Church Nelly says, oh, I'm sorry. That is for Church Nelly, not for me. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, my computer's being a little slow today. Nicole Tanner says, my heart goes out to their families and loved ones. Oh, thank you for that, Nicole. I'm sure we're all on board with that. Okay, and not feeling well at all about, but I'm here. Okay, thank you for being here, and I hope you feel better. I do hope you feel better. Okay, anybody else? Mary Davis says, I don't understand how the R word people think to repeat the same actions over and over. How do they think the world is ever going to get any better? That's why I call these people the wicked. It's a good name for them. That is very wicked. Let me see. The police in Texas should arrest themselves for not doing their jobs. Alita Porteous, I said yesterday that even though I have been trying to avoid the details of the event that happened, the school shooting, I did see like the minute by minute accounts of what happened, and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It was as bad as everyone said it was, and God, it was tough. It was tough to watch that account, but it can no way compare to what it must have been like for the families who stood helplessly outside. So there's going to be some discipline that takes place, and of course, as they say, a teachable moment, a teachable moment. But none of that can bring those kids back. Yeah, that's really tough. And then the poor father who died from the heart attack. Okay, so I have this here, and the print is very small. So I need to see if I have it someplace else so I can make it big enough to see it. Can you guys see that print? It is a bit fuzzy. No, this is the only one I have. So let me see what I can do here. Okay, I'll make it as large as possible so I can see what's going on. All right, it says local news with actual residents commenting on Princess Meghan's paying her respect. So I don't know if these are tweets or if they left these comments at the News for San Antonio website, but it says, so amazing she came to show love and support. That's from someone named Rachel. And then Guinea says, or is it Jeannie? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Jeannie with a G. Jeannie says, this is so amazing and compassionate of her to take time to be there for the families and community of Uvalde, Texas. This says so much about her. Of course, this is speaking about the Duchess of Sussex. God bless Meghan for taking the time to go, unlike our president that has not even been there, has not even been to get there himself. Well, it was announced that the president is going to come on Sunday. He's going to go to Texas Sunday. The president had only just gotten back from Korea, and also a presidential visit can disrupt a lot of things taking place on the ground. So Belinda has a right to be frustrated by the president not being there, but perhaps she doesn't fully understand the complexity of a presidential visit, especially in a small town that may not even have, a runway and everything for even a 757, which is not a very big plane. That's the smaller Air Force plane that the president uses, but he'll get there. And of course, he'll have to, get to town by motorcade or helicopter, but he will be there Sunday. So, but I don't blame her for being upset because this is a very frustrating, very painful time. And then Anna Martinez says, photo op or not, Netflix crap or not, excuse me, who cares? She's there doing what she's doing. Leave her be. Okay, Anna Martinez. Okay. Let me see. Julia Collier says she is a mourner paying her respect to the loss like many other people. It is so sad for those of you posting negative comments. It should, let me see, it's cut off, but it says it really shouldn't matter to you why she came. She is supporting the people of Vivaldi. None of your business. Elizabeth Rodriguez says, that was so kind of her. It has been such a tragedy for all. Well, Elizabeth Rodriguez, thank you for making your comment in all caps because that made it easy on me. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Elizabeth Rodriguez. And then there's Stella Mermea. She says, bless you for showing your compassion to the memory of these beautiful children. And teacher, may the community come together to help others try to overcome this tragedy. May may they rest in eternal peace. Condolences and prayers for the family. Jessica Cantu Rodriguez says, this is Uvalde. Oh, I got to take that away so I can. Oh, you know what? All right, let me take that comment away so I can see the bottom part of the screen. I'm almost done, but let me take that comment away. Oh, I missed the whole thing there. Okay, this is Uvalde at the local plaza next to the courthouse for anyone who doesn't know. Okay, so that plaza with the fountain is next to the courthouse. So I don't know how close that is to the school, but that is where the photo of and the memorial and everything took place. God bless her. She's got a big heart, says Irma Rico Martinez. And Melanie Bolin Gamble says, what a wonderful lady, so caring. And let's see, the last one here that I can make out. Beverly Margot Cooper says, she's the only human in that family. I love her. Oh, wow. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, that was very, very nice of them. And of course, you can see that quote right here. Thank you for stopping by, Meghan. And then where the one lady in the kitchen said, I had no idea who she was. She was just carrying on a conversation like her and I knew each other for years. A community center volunteer who spoke to the Duchess of Sussex told BuzzFeed News. So there you have it. There you have the woman that the British tabloids has tried to recreate as this monster who just wants to destroy the royal family and set the United Kingdom ablaze. That's the person that they're talking about. But if you notice, the people in the town there of Uvalde, they get it. They get it, and I wish more people would get it. So someday I don't have to have such a vigorous defense of just common sense stuff like a mother who has lost an unborn child there to mourn along with other parents, and also a woman who has done these same gestures her whole life. This is nothing new for the Duchess of Sussex that she would mourn, volunteer, participate. None of this is new for her. This is something that she's done her whole life. She's not new to this. She's true to this, as they say. She's not new to this. She's true to this. So, for people to try to turn it into something ugly or something that is forced or any of those attention-seeking accusations is just wrong. It's just plain wrong. Let's see. Kate should be ashamed. She was with this family for years. What have you been doing, Kate? It takes a lifetime to keep a marriage fresh. Don't blame Meghan. You have to work for your meals now. That's right. She has to sing for her supper. Thank you for that, Adrian. Thank you so much for that comment. Let's see. Oh, hi, Deborah Anderson. Monique Power, me too. Okay. Okay, Monique Power, hello. Let me see here. All right. Diane Hawkins says, wonder what media clowns are distracting from this week. By drooling over Meghan, I bet Billy is losing another Commonwealth country or being the community Richard again. Oh, man. Yes, the man who went on an all expense paid vacation and lost half the Commonwealth. Who does that? Who does that? Distracting from Dim and Slim's failing marriage. Thank you for that, Ruth Lopez. And Patricia Smith says, isn't it amazing that the people of Texas have no problem with Meghan coming to their town? Shutter Island, on the other hand, is having a total meltdown over it. Well, where is that? Let me go back a little bit here. Where is it? Harry and Meghan, you are not welcome at the Queen's Jubilee. Well, that is because they have and thank you for that comment, Patricia Smith. They have this overwhelming sick feeling in their stomach that the Duchess of Sussex is going to somehow steal the show from the Queen. The Queen has been on the throne for 70 years. How would that be possible? How could that be possible? The Duchess of Sussex, well, matter of fact, let me see if I can find that account of, uh, let's see, the Duchess of Sussex. Let me see if I can find that. There was, well, it's in the BuzzFeed article, and I'm sorry. I'm going to try to remember to put that on the community tab, but it explains a lot of what happened. The Duchess of Sussex actually visited several places before she showed up at the memorial. Contrary to popular belief, there were no cameras. Of course, there was no Netflix or anything like that, but she has shown up at several places before she actually made it to the plaza. And the plaza is really the focal point of people's grief right now. Obviously, they want to keep people away from the school while they process that scene. And so people have been going to the plaza there in the town center. Um, oh, Omid Scobie is getting in on this, huh? Are you getting in on this? Wow. Okay, so I'm looking at Omid Scobie's tweet, and he says, "Spot the difference." You know what? I'm going to share that with you guys. Let me take these two photos and okay, I'll share them with you in just a moment. Unless you guys just want to go take a peek for yourself, but let me see. Add image to photos. Okay, I'm going to share that with you. Ever since Omid Scobie has gotten this gig with Yahoo, he has been very uncharacteristically critical of certain people in certain ways. I think I'm liking that. By the way, while I do that, take a look at Afro Annie picking her hair out as she walks around the corner to go to one of those events. You know, she's picking out her hair. She do that sometimes. They'll flatten it before she gets in front of the cameras, but you see she's got her hair picked. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, let me work on getting those two photos over here and I'll show you. But Omen Scobie says, spot the difference, he says. Um, okay. All right, that's one. That is one. And let me get the other one going here. Oh man. I mean, I know it would never happen, but God, if they would have arrested Kate that day, like if she had a mask on like she should have, and she would have been arrested. So, no white roses for your dad. Meghan Markle is slammed for making a surprise appearance at site of Texas school massacre while refusing to visit a strange dad, Thomas, after he was hospitalized with a stroke. Okay, we all seen that one. And then, oh, I'm sorry, let me put this one up. Maskless Kate Middleton lays daffodils for Kensington Palace as she pays emotional visit to Sarah Everhart's memorial because she remembers what it felt like to walk around London at night. Now, I don't know how helpful I don't know how helpful it is to to let people know that Kate, a future princess of the realm, a future mother of the nation, walked the streets of London alone at night. Is that really helpful? But aside from that, they had to make the big deal about the daffodils from Kensington Palace to pay her emotional visit to Sarah Everhard Memorial because she remembers what it felt like to walk the around London at night. Um, there's some adjectives that are not polite that I'm thinking in my head right now. So if you can think of what I'm thinking, oh man. But yes, I mean, she comes from a rich family. Why are you walking the streets alone at night? Not really helpful. Not really helpful, Daily Bell. But if you're trying to make her seem like this very pious, very omnipotent creation, I don't think you're helping by pointing out the fact that she walked the streets of London alone at night. People will whisper about that in certain circles, but I'm not the one to do it. Thank you so much, Kay Costello, for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being a member of Royal Sussex. So, Elaine, what do you think is implied by walking the streets alone at night? How about you, Lydia? What is implied by that? Oh, see them on the streets at night walking. Oh man, but not to stray away from the point here, but I just don't think they're being very helpful. Toot toot. Hey, beep beep. Okay, Dar Edgehill has a super sticker. Thank you so much for that, Dar Edgehill. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Saturday to you. Uh, I'm almost afraid, but here goes. Sean says with a super chat, they were not going to arrest her. They knew ahead of time Kate was going to be there. The palace knew what was going to happen until Kate left. Kate knew it was going to happen, and she said nothing. Oh, okay, Sean. I was almost afraid to read that one, but thank you so much for the super chat and thank you for your constant support. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, anybody else got any ideas why she was walking the streets alone at night in London? I mean, I always knew that she wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. I mean, that has been apparent for quite some time. We all know she's not the sharpest tool in the shed. So the idea that she thought it was okay to walk the street. I mean, but being a future princess of the realm and all the trouble that her mother has gone through, you know what? Maybe let me be fair. Maybe it was just the writer saying that. I don't think that there was anything implied by that. It was just very innocent interpretation of what she may or may not have been thinking. And even though sometimes it's very difficult for me to imagine that she's thinking at all, I'm sure there's something on her mind. That concert pianist and princess of the realm, Kate Middleton from Huckleberry or Huck Finn or wherever she's from. Okay, so that was my bit of shady for now. Sean says in a super chat, oh, not too long after that she and her husband lost half the Commonwealth and now Australia, I can say one thing, she's consistent. Yes, absolutely right. Hit it. Get it, Willie. It makes you wonder how he dances when he thinks nobody's looking. If he can do all that while people are looking, just imagine how he danced when he thinks nobody's looking. Okay, so this is my favorite new thing. This is my thank you for that, Sean. This is my favorite new thing is this little headline right here. Let me do a proper transition to that as I think we deserve one. Okay, still one of the greatest opening paragraphs of all time, and especially um, prescient this week when my half Irish daughter has been asked to go to school dressed in red, white, and blue and wave a flag. Okay, so having a monarchy next door is a little like having a neighbor who's really into clowns and has dubbed their house with clown murals. Let me see, displays clown dolls in each window. Oh, that's scary. And has an insatiable desire to hear about and discuss clown related news stories. More specifically, for the Irish, it's like having a neighbor who's really into clowns, and also your grandfather was murdered by a clown. Oh, that's pretty bad. But yeah, apparently this is from the Irish Time. I don't know what year or when this article was printed, but obviously someone who may or may not be a squatty feels a certain way. And so when I read that, I was just like, huh, why don't I pair that with an appropriate photo? I mean, clowns like to dress up, don't they? And none of these people have any military service whatsoever to speak of. However, that does not prevent them from dressing up in their finest, I guess, dress uniforms for any given occasion. And they do have a whole heap of uniforms. And anyway, so when I saw clown, anyway, that was what came to mind, was this collage of photos. And oh, I think that was the end of the slides. So with that, let me give love to our faves. Our queen of everything, Queen Doria, and our queen of hearts, Princess Diana. Woo, you guys are getting off early today. Only an hour and a half. Lucky, lucky you. What have y'all done to deserve this? Okay, unless y'all want me to talk about Europe. Oh man. So and before I look at your last comments here, let's indulge Church Nelly. Church Nelly has a particular thing about, there he is. There's Nacho on horseback. If you listen close enough, you can hear Camilla. Did you hear? Okay, that's not shady. Oh man. Oh well. Okay, let's see here.
Nobody got time for that.
All right. All right. So let's see. Final comments. Is that Shy's Realty? Oh, okay. These people love to put Meghan Markle down no matter what she does. What is that YouTuber called the Body Language Guy is obsessed with Meghan. Wish black people will stand up for Meghan and fight this evil. Yeah, the Body Language Guy. Oh my God. You know, that guy, not only is he obsessed, but he's also making a lot of money. He's making a heap of money from the Duchess of Sussex. I mean, any given time, he can easily get 90,000 views for something so bizarre as being a body language expert, which I hear that you can get those degrees mail order or something like that. But yeah, I don't like him. And yeah, well, anyway, the so be it. I mean, it's really nothing that you can do about it. He's making a lot of money for YouTube, and YouTube's not likely to do anything about it because he's couching his negativity with the idea that he's a body language expert. So I don't think there's much to be done for him, even though it seems as though it's a single purpose hate channel. I don't know that there's anything that can be done. But yeah, it is very frustrating. I don't like it. And people who don't even care about the Cambridges but love to hate the woman of color are the ones that are drawn to that. Let's see. Mary Davis is frustrated here. I wish they would quit talking about Meghan's sperm donor. He doesn't deserve to see her ever again, and he doesn't deserve to meet those grandbabies. He's a despicable man. And of course, we're speaking of Thomas Markle, I'm sure. Thank you for your comment, Mary Davis. Thomas Markle, as far as we know, he doesn't see any of his other children, and he doesn't see any of his grandchildren, is what's been reported. If you notice, if Thomas Markle really wanted to make a case, if he really wanted to make a case, and trust me, I'm not saying anything that nobody has thought of already, but if he was really trying to make a case, then he would take photos with the other kids. He would take photos with his kids. But he doesn't do that, in spite of the fact he has all the money coming in from his many appearances and such. He could actually take photos with other parts or members of his family, if you will, and that would make a good case that he deserves to be seen, as opposed to this laser guided intention on spending time with the Sussexes. He said himself, oh, they could just come down and visit, and then we could all take a picture together. Did you all remember him saying that? And we'll just take a picture. I'm like, do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself, Thomas Markle? We'll all take a picture together, as though we have to have some proof that this visit has taken place. I don't think so. Not in this lifetime. Not in this lifetime. Maybe over on the other side, but not in this lifetime. I mean, that was absolutely bizarre that he would say what he was thinking like that. Let's see. Carolyn Tubbs says, well, if he takes pictures with all those kids and grandkids, now everybody would know it was just a ploy to get next to Meghan. Bingo, Carolyn Tubbs. Bingo. Absolutely. Thank you for being a member. If he goes through the trouble of taking photos with the other people, he would still tell on himself. That's a tell. That means that he is plotting to make a case. So whether he takes photos with other members of the family or whether he doesn't, if all of a sudden he's photographed with all these people, then that would mean that he's trying to build a case, which is just telling on yourself anyway. So yeah, that should never happen. That should absolutely never happen. But it doesn't mean he won't try. Whoever controls him and controls the messages that he's giving out, they're going to do their best to try to make sure that happens. I'm pretty sure that it's the same dark forces. Oh, what the heck? I'm in a good mood right now. But I'm pretty sure it's the same dark forces that were working against the Cambridges, seeming like they're trying to be helpful while at the same time ensuring that they look like absolute idiots. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'll demonstrate it for you. Let's say, in spite of everything that you have said and done, before you take that all expense paid vacation to the Caribbean, at the worst opportune time possible, but you're not listening to anybody because you're Willie. You're the future. And then when you get there, you find out, you're the one that's not popular. It's not the Sussexes. You're the one that's not popular. Nobody likes you, and they can't stand that little bony wife of yours either.
Prince, Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Did you notice how William seemed to back away once he heard that $345 billion? When he heard $345 billion, he slowly stepped back. All of a sudden, he wasn't as excited to shake hands. He slowly stepped back. And oh man, I love that. I can't get enough of that. But okay, you guys, let me see. Did TM and other two kids go visit him, and which hospital is he in? I think the Santa Barbara community will be protecting the Sussex family wholeheartedly. Well, it was said that Thomas was unable to speak, but he has to write down what he wants to say, and that he was rushed by ambulance from Mexico across the border to a hospital here in the United States. So I'm not saying that it didn't happen because I don't know. It's just the timing is very curious. The same type of um, unproven illness, or well, let's just say heart attack, that he had before the royal wedding. We haven't seen anything official about that I know of, but that was the same thing that they used to try to derail the royal wedding. And then if you fast forward 4 years later, when the Sussexes are likely to make a big splash at the Jubilee, by doing the smallest things, they are going to be huge at the Jubilee. And so enters Thomas Markle again with some life threatening episode or illness where people like that hoghead Piers Morgan is saying, oh, they should be at his side. But that's not going to happen. Um, the Duchess of Sussex lost a child. We all know that. She had an unborn child um, that died in the womb. And that same dark forces that Harry mentioned that went after his mother has been targeting his wife. And so to avoid that, they left Shutter Island, Narnia, whatever you want to call it. They left. And those dark forces are still there. And those dark forces managed to get in contact with Thomas Markle almost immediately. He has been in constant contact with people from Kensington Palace, from people in the tabloid media. He's been paid a large sum of money. I won't even say allegedly. We know that he was paid for those photos. So Thomas Markle has been making out big time with the association of his daughter. And so they're going to milk it for what it's worth, especially if for any reason that he crosses over to, I don't know, hang out with Philip or whatever. But whenever he crosses over, they're going to make a big deal out of it. But they nearly cost the Duchess of Sussex her life, and her father was actively involved with the people that was targeting her. And so, as squatties, we have to stand strong and defend, no matter how much the press and the Rangers are trying to build this case against them or against the Duchess of Sussex. We have to stand strong. We have to be disciplined. We have to not embarrass ourselves. We have to not threaten anybody or, imply anything because, things may get very serious if something has happened to him for real this time. Then they're going to try to build that case. Like at first, it was all, well, I won't say that they were like super complimentary to the Duchess of Sussex when she went to lay the flowers, but let's just say they couldn't wait until the next day so that they could viciously attack her. Oh, no white flowers for your father? And to that I would answer, I don't know. In some movies, they either send a dead fish or a horse head, but but no white flowers. This man allegedly has been conspiring against his own daughter, and it's just not fair that they can get away with this idea that she has done something wrong to him when he's the one that has helped people that not only threatened her life, but likely caused her to lose a child. It hasn't been easy. It has not been easy in any way whatsoever. And what has she done to deserve this except marry a man that she loves, someone who's like minded and share the same interests and goals, and someone who was desperate to start a family? They had all of that going for them. And yeah, thank you, Joan Commonwealther. Or why don't we substitute roses and just take some fish heads and put those on the stems? Uh, why don't we do that? But no, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that, you guys. Nobody do that, please. But yeah. Well, Darlene, um, as you say, horsehead, I'm thinking about taking it to the next level, but I can't do that because I don't want anybody questioning me about my intentions if I should mention some other type of horse head, but okay, but I think you get my drift. Uh, as I carefully navigate what I'm trying to say here, her father's a terrible, terrible person. Mary H. Wasn't Thomas going to the UK with Lady C? Now, I didn't hear about that one. That would have been a distraction to the Queen. So now he's sick again. Same old soup warmed over again. Oh, I like that, Mary H. I have to try to remember to use that. Same old soup warmed over again. I like that. Okay, they have racy pics of Kate on the internet, drunk and no underwear, getting in and out of cars with her friends at night. I guess before Willie leaks. Miss Patty, really? I haven't. I'm just kidding. I got one of those photos. Actually, I have a few of those. I'm appalled. Who would do such a thing? Who would share something like that? Inbox me. Um, I'm just kidding. Please don't inbox me, and please don't use my email. It gets too crowded, and I don't want to have to ignore people. So please contact me on Twitter inbox. But I'm not sharing those photos because they are tasteless, and they are. I mean, as much as I cannot stand her, and as much as I have to say, she really makes me sick. You hear me? Sick. I wouldn't share those photos with anyone. But if you have some you would like to share with me, with the odd chance that I haven't seen it before. Didn't Tom Jones make a song about that? Huh? What's new? Did Tom Jones? I gotta stop. Okay, Lady C rented Thomas Markle clothes to wear, and people were joking that she was smart enough not to buy them. It was also released that Meghan paid 7 grand for her father's suit for her wedding. Wow. How low down could that be? If it is true that you were supposed to appear at your daughter's wedding and you just didn't show up because of coercion from the tabloid media. And then remember that day he dropped the name Jason Knopf? The only number I have is Jason Knopf's number. I'm like, you know we can hear you, right, Thomas? You do know we can hear you, right? But I tell you that at certain points that guy has absolutely no filter whatsoever. So it's incredible. It is absolutely incredible that her father is so low. I mean, that is just awful. That's an awful, awful person. No allege whatsoever. Thomas Markle is an awful human being. And poor Meghan, there's a reason. There's a reason why she lost contact with her father over the years, that there has been an estrangement. There's a good reason for that, and now it's obvious to everyone. But unfortunately, that gives them license to use that against her because that's her father. Like it or not, that's her father. And that gives them license to use his words against her. Only because of that assumed blood connection can they use anything from him or about him against her. So it's really nothing that can be done about that directly. But again, the squad has to just vigorously defend, not threaten anybody, and but just defend, and don't get yourself kicked out of the social media to do that. Don't lose your Facebook page or get put in Facebook jail. Just keep it cute. Don't make it personal. Whatever you guys do, don't make it personal. um Let me see. What else do we have here? I'm looking at some comments. Raven wants to know what hospital is that Tuballard supposedly Oh Lord, y'all are not going to make me laugh myself silly today with hospitals that Tubalard supposedly. Reading that, all I could think of is Alice from the Honeymooners. That's very much in the vein of Alice Cramden. Let's see. Speaking of Alice Cramden, you know, this is nothing to do with Thomas Markle, although it sounds like it could be. But do you remember that time that no, Ralph found that money and it turned out that the money was counterfeit? And he went and bought all that stuff and filled up their house with all those new things, only to find out that the money was counterfeit. And she's like, Ralph, all this stuff is going to have to go back, don't you? And she said, except for the clothes. She said, they won't take the clothes back. You see, Weidermeyer's department store doesn't know any elephants that need a new wardrobe. And I don't care how many times I've seen that show, that still destroys me every time. Every time I hear her say that, Ralph, all these clothes are going to have to go back, except, no, she said, all of this stuff is going to have to go back, except for the clothes. You see, Weidermeyer's department store doesn't know any elephants that need a new wardrobe. Oh, man. That gets me every time. Beverly McCaskill says Dailyfield needs to be sending him flowers and paying for his hospital bills if they are so worried about him. I'll say amen to that. I'm gonna have to watch The Honeymooners again. Uh, that was I have the box set, by the way. Over the Moon, Alice, Over the Moon. Oh boy. Um How about when Ralph wanted to work as a part-time janitor in his building? He wanted to be the maintenance man. And he told Alice, he said, well, we could use the extra money, plus it'll help me keep my weight down. And she said, keep your weight down. You need something to help you hold it up. Okay, I got to stop. If I start talking about the honeymooners, we'll be here all day. I said, we'll be here all day, Connie Balmer. Okay. I got to stop. I got to stop. Whew, I got to stop. So you guys find something to make you laugh tonight. Do something, find something. It's been a tough week, and although we're certainly not going to forget what's happened in Texas, we do need to take a break for our own well-being, and yeah, do that. Do that for yourselves, and reach out to people. Don't forget to reach out to people. Let me see. I was gonna share something from the slides, and now I can't remember what it was I wanted to share. Okay, I guess it wasn't that important if I can't remember. My ability to recall is suddenly impaired. Okay. All right, I guess it wasn't that important. There goes that sometimers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. Sometimers. Okay, yes, you're right, Mo Shannon. It is Ginger Avenger time. All right, without any further ado, let's Ginger Avenger ourselves out of here. Last word of the day. Yes, CP said it has been a tough week, right? It has been. It's been an emotional week. And I just hope something good comes out of this for for the country in terms of gun control or whatever, or smart gun laws, however you fall down on that. Okay, that's a good thought of the week. Thank you, Annie Bullard. Prayers for the children and their families in Texas. I like it. Perfect. All right, so we will ginger avenger ourselves out of here. Have a good Saturday, everyone. Pray, 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 pray for all of the squatties that have been ill and family members that's been ill, and also those who have lost someone in the squad. And keep your prayers for the Sussexes for this coming Jubilee, because even though it seems like things are settled, we won't relax, will we? Until it's over, we will not relax. Yep, the squad never sleeps. Okay, Ginger Avenger. Oh, okay. Okay, let me make a note of that. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to do something special for Church Nelly because Church Nelly deserves it. I'm going to do something special. I'll put my skills to work and see what I can do. That's a good idea. Just for Church Nelly. All right, because Church Nelly be up all night making that moonshine or what have you. So, and remember, Church Nelly, never light your cigarettes near this steel. That can be dangerous. All right, Ginger Avenger time. And where is he? There you go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's it, you guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys same time tomorrow, of course, but have a good weekend, one and all. Be safe this holiday weekend. Spend time with the family. Remember those that we have lost. I mean, after all, it is Memorial Day. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. Thanks a lot. I don't have anything else to share unless no. I'm looking at a nice closing video, something warm and friendly and something very Sussex. Let me see what I got for those of you that are lingering around. Let me see what I got. For the loiterers in the family, I'll just randomly pick one of my faves. Something that Archie's Pop. Nope, not that one. Something short, something sweet, something short and sweet. For the Sussexes. Okay, let me see. Something short. But you all can go ahead and get out of here. I'm just trying to find a little farewell video. I don't want to do Dorothy Parker again. We'll save that for another occasion. Dorothy Parker, I'll be thinking about the honor of meeting you. I just love that lady. I love her. Oh, man. Okay, you guys. Okay, it's been built up too much. How about this one from Uncle Joe Biden when he was a little nervous about Harry spending time with Jill.
I can tell you, I'm happy he's married because he spent too much time with him. I don't know. I'm glad he's married. been involved in the Invictus
Yeah.
games with Prince Harry from
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah, can you tell us anything about Prince Harry?
I can tell you,
He's
I'm happy
charming.
he's married because
He's
she spent too
charming.
much time with him. I don't know. I'm glad he's married.
Oh man, I don't know what this one is. Let me see what this is. I admire Prince Harry. I made this video and I don't remember what it is. Let me see. We'll discover it together. We'll discover it together. This is one that I threw together and I forgot what it was about. Let's see.
I admire Prince Harry a lot. For him to be using his name to put attention to these games, I think it's really respectable. He's very genuine, and you can tell that he takes this cause at heart.
Okay, I hit that one by mistake. Oh man. Anyway, I just want you guys to leave on a good note. So, again, it's been a tough week, so I'm trying to push as much positivity as I can. We all need to do that. And so Sean wants to close with, are you saying Commonwealth, Sean? Losing half the Commonwealth? Okay, I'll show it again. Ain't nobody supposed to be here. So, and wait, let me do this one first. Because I love this one so much. Let me do this one again. Okay. Our Duchess, where is it? Our Duchess. Come on, our Duchess. Let me get this up here. Is it there? Nope. One more time. Let me try again. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yes, I love that. And Harry, accepting flowers because he's very secure about himself. Harry was willing to accept the flowers on behalf of the couple. Okay, for Sean, one more time, the Commonwealth Shuffle. Let me see, is that one it? No, let me see. Let me get rid of a couple of these. Thank you all for coming. We are going to end with that Commonwealth Shuffle. I'm going to get rid of a few of these so that it won't be any lag and stuff like that with the playing. And again, I will see you all tomorrow if y'all want to go ahead and scoot. But for those of you who want to see Willie shake that moneymaker, for those of you that that want to see Willie shake that moneymaker one more time, I actually never get tired of it myself. So I should I don't know why I just don't have it up ready to go in the first place, but let me find that, and that will be my last infusion of positivity that I will interject on Royal Sussex Commonwealth. Okay, I knew it was a faster way to find that. Oh, no, it isn't. There we go. Commonwealth. All right. Man, you would think it was right there since I just used it. Let me see if this is it. No, that's not it. Let me see. He's got the right equipment. Is that what you're saying? Willie has the right equipment. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Oh, there it is. Got it. Well, as Mo Shannon once said, William better be glad she didn't turn around and back that thing up. Oh, boy. Oh, I think I like this. Ann Fu says, Baron, I was peeling potatoes and realized that boy has a potato head, the one who leaks info to the press. That is a coincidence that you're literally holding a potato as you have the realization that William's head looks like Mr. Potato Head. Yeah. I love that. Thank you for that. Okay, and Phyllis Brooks says, every time I think I stop screaming about that dance. I know. I never get tired of it. I never get tired of it. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Gotta go. I'll see y'all tomorrow.